Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called 10 Most Beautiful Places to Visit in Sweden. Sweden Travel Guide. So I know that obviously like Sweden has like some incredible places. I know obviously Stockholm, like I think it's the capital. I think that's the one that's like surrounded by a lot of rivers and has a lot of bridges, I think. But obviously they have like most of Sweden. I don't know if most of Sweden. I think it's just like very like they have like a lot of like rural towns and incredible like places as in like mountains. They have the Northern Lights, which I don't think it's a place, but I think you can only see it from certain places, I think. I don't know, but I'm excited because I don't really know much about Sweden. So obviously I want to know what kind of beautiful places there are. So let's check it out and comment, like and subscribe.
Welcome back folks to a brand new video. Now there are many reasons why you should take a trip to Sweden. Whether you're a city person or you love the outdoors or you enjoy being close to the water, you'll practically have everything here at your fingertips. Now I've been here so many times and I'm sure you will enjoy it. So here are 10 beautiful places to visit in Sweden. Now before you even watch this video, don't forget to hit that like button, obviously for the YouTube algorithm. Number 1. Ystad. Few cities in Europe and no other in Scandinavia can boast such a total living picture of Sweden's bygone days as Ystad.
Okay.
You'll find its cobblestone streets and squares lined with many half-timbered houses and other buildings which host shops and restaurants and other things such as the fascinating history, top-class museums and art galleries. Have you ever heard of the best-selling author Henning Mankell, who put the city on the map with his detective stories about police superintendent Kurt Wallander? There's actually a Netflix series and I've actually seen it. But visitors can take one of the multiple Wallander guided tours as a great way to see the highlights.
It looks very old. I like it.
Number 2. Stockholm.
I love boats. What's that place? It looks like a weird statue. Were those guards? Were they like the royal guard? They can't laugh? Is that a fishing pole? No, right? You can't just go around fishing. All those houses reminds me a little bit of like Amsterdam. Is that a church? Looks massive. Yeah, I want to go visit. It looks incredible. Oh, how big is it? This looks very peaceful. Oh, it looks like Versailles or something. Oh, it's true because it's like 1 hour away.
Number 4. Kalmar. Kalmar is a small town surrounded by the waters of the Baltic Sea, which makes it a perfect spot for sailing and apparently for swimming and birdwatching too.
Apparently? Do you want to go swimming there?
Kalmar is best known for its castle, Kalmar Castle and its cathedral. But
Is
this
that the
modern
castle?
city offers the opportunities of a larger city, with the charm of a smaller one. You can easily walk or bike to enjoy a number of parks, beaches, forests, shops, museums, galleries and cafes.
That looks like the castle.
And this magnificent castle, complete with towers and pinnacles, has a history that dates back to more than 800 years.
Oh wow,
This is the
okay.
perfect place to go if you are really into your history. Number 5. Gothenburg. Sweden's second city, Gothenburg, offers a nice alternative to the glamour and glitz, or the glitz and glamour of Stockholm. Its
Okay.
streets are lined with all sorts of things to do all year round, and you'll notice its flair for its architecture.
What is that place?
Its
What's
location
wrong?
on the coast also means incredible local seafood. So you need to
Oh.
try a little bit of the food in the local restaurants.
Like crayfish?
Gothenburg has Haga or Haga, the coolest neighborhood
What is that?
in the city, and one
Okay.
filled with charming wooden houses that date back to the 19th century.
Oh.
The highlights I recommend would be the scenic walks in the forests. As you know, it's a city known for its green spaces.
I didn't know that, but you're telling me and now I know.
Number 6. Smorgon.
All the houses are like
This town
they
on the
have
west
red
coast of
bricks.
Sweden, approximately 130 kilometers north of Gothenburg, which probably means about 2 hours,
Okay. Not
has
far.
around 1,500 permanent residents. If you're
That's
planning a
super
trip
small.
to Smorgon, you'll find that water activities is the main focus here.
There's like a lot of water in
It's
Sweden.
one of Sweden's most popular places to visit in the summer. The island
Can
is a
see why.
traditional fishing town, as well as a well-visited stop for sailing and boating enthusiasts who are looking to relax. But during the summertime, the town is very
Yachts.
popular. This means that all accommodation is fully booked and extremely
Oh.
expensive.
Oh, okay.
I recommend the open-top shrimp sandwich for lunch. It is a must. At least try
Okay.
it once.
Definitely
But
would
it's a
want to try
very good
that.
day trip from Gothenburg if you don't want to stay there. Hence, you save money on accommodation.
Okay. It's cheaper. This was very like again like a painting.
Number 7.
Pretty.
Marstrand. This island, located on the north
Oh, it's
of
an island.
Gothenburg, which features a fortress from the 17th century, has the biggest attraction for foreign tourists.
Okay, let's hear it.
You can even attend a Viking dinner in the fortress, while the Swedes enjoy its closeness to the sea. The good
Okay.
fish, fresh seafood, available at all the local eateries. But there's a lot of sea activities that can be done. Not surprisingly, Marstrand is a crowded
one.
spot on the west coast of Sweden during the summer months.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
This
very
area can be
crowded.
reached by bus, which is roughly 45 minutes, or by boat, 2 hours from Gothenburg.
Okay, but it's like it's the distance is quite smaller than I thought.
Number 8. Malmö.
Again with the water. There's like so many oceans. Well, it's the same ocean probably. It's the Baltic Sea, right? And like the Atlantic Ocean.
In the far south of Sweden, just across the Öresund Strait, from Copenhagen
that?
in Denmark, is the third largest city in the country after Stockholm and Gothenburg.
Largest. Okay.
It's a mix of diversity, a mixture of old and new. Malmö is one of the most eclectic cities you can visit.
Is that a windmill?
Founded in the 1200s, Malmö originally
So
belonged to Denmark, only becoming Swedish in The fortress was originally built in 1433, and of course, viewing the bridge is a must-see. When looking for things to do in Malmö, you should plan to spend some time wandering the rest of Västra Hamnen district. You will see the famous turning torso building, 2.6
Okay.
billion worth.
Oh, okay. Quite expensive. Oh wow, it's gorgeous. This is also very, like, this is stunning. Surprised a lot of, like, people there, or boats.
Number 9. Gotland.
More water. I'm loving this.
Gotland, the country's largest island located in the Baltic,
Oh, it's an island.
is a popular summer escape for the local Swedish. This laid-back paradise is renowned for experiencing some of the best weather in Sweden,
Oh, okay.
as well as having beautiful sandy beaches and dense forests.
Very interesting beach.
The medieval town of Visby is the main settlement and is famous for its medieval city ring wall.
Okay, it's a medieval city.
Beware that accommodation in Visby, as well as transport to
Is
and from
expensive?
the island, are heavily booked during the summer. So you really need to work out when is the best time to visit.
the summer
Visby
where
can be
everything's
seen
packed.
on foot, and for the rest of Gotland, a car would be best.
Okay.
Number 10. Jukkasjärvi.
Oh my god, what does that name mean? Oh my god, a dog! Why is he like... I don't like seeing him in like cage, in a kennel or something. What are those like arcs? I would feel like I'm in the future actually. A church made of ice? Because it melts. They have a computer. Oh my god. This reminds me of the place where Superman was like lived. I don't know, something in the like he was like made out of ice. This reminds me of that. I don't know what to call it, like his home, like I don't know, the thing where he flew, like he was like this.
In that area, it's known for being one of the best in the world for viewing the Northern Lights.
Oh, okay.
And that alone could be the reason why you would
Of
visit.
course. Yeah, you don't need to sell me on the ice, old y'all. The Northern
So
Lights
there
were a
you
bit
have
enough.
it, folks. 10 beautiful places to visit in Sweden. I've been at least 6 or 7 times. I highly recommend you take those day trips, which are minimal distances from Stockholm and Gothenburg in that list. I think that's number 3 and number 6. For those of you who haven't been
an
or
interesting
haven't
building.
seen the rest of my channel before, check out the playlists. Plenty of information about London, Poland, Germany, and other places like that. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. As always, be good, be kind, and be careful. Peace.
I love this. I was expecting kind of like more, like less cities. I don't know why. I had the wrong impression of Sweden apparently, because I'm thinking, oh, I think Sweden's sort of almost like, I don't know, 2 or maybe like 3 big cities, and then the other sort of like areas are like pretty barren, and there's just like a lot of like nothingness and a lot of like woods and very like isolated villages. But apparently it isn't like that. There's like a lot of cities, which I'm surprised about, which, okay, again, maybe it's just me that I don't really know much about this country, but I think it was gorgeous. I think I really like, well, you know, the last one, incredible, obviously, like the ice hotel situation. It's crazy. It melts every year, so they have to rebuild it because it melts in the summer. So it's like you can actually go every single year, and it would be something different, which I think is crazy. And always like crazy to think about, like you have to rebuild this every year. I don't know what the process is like when building a place like this. I think I don't even know where to start. I can't even, like, I'm trying to think, how would you go around building one of these things? I don't really know. because you like, does it have like, does there's like an structure there? Probably not, because again, wouldn't it wouldn't melt, right? Like if it has like wood or concrete or something or cement, like this wouldn't melt, and probably the ice, I don't know, like I don't know how you would shape the ice. I have no idea. Now I want to know how they actually built a hotel, and well, maybe this is like the only ice hotel. I don't know. If this is the only one, we'd love to know how it's actually built. Like an equal, I don't know. Again, I'm so confused by how the construction of this place. But I also like, do they have electricity? Like, do I stay in this hotel? Do they have Wi-Fi? Well, not that you need electricity to have Wi-Fi, but obviously you need all the accommodations, and you can take a hot shower. Is it cold? Like in the inside of the hotel, is it cold? Do they have something? Because it would melt, right? So you wouldn't need, like, we can't have a thermostat because, or heater or a fireplace, because the thing would melt. So, you can't actually, are you spending like, you're just freezing to death? Maybe, but probably not, because obviously it wouldn't be that, if it wouldn't be that comfortable, people wouldn't stay there. So again, I have so many questions about the logistics of this, both as in like how it's operational and how it's actually built. But that's another story. The whole, like, you can see the Northern Lights. Actually, I would love to see the Northern Lights, but I don't know if I would stay like in the ice hotel. I don't know if it would be like my number one sort of like option. I think I would go around and see other places. Probably, again, if it's like one of those places where like the Northern Lights are, they're visible. There's probably other places. I think I would go to another hotel, just because I'm like, I don't really know. Maybe I need to like look it up, the information on this, to actually make an informed decision, because I'm like, it doesn't sound that comfortable. Actually, it looks like nice to go visit, because you were like, wow, I'm interested on how what's actually built and how it looks, and I don't know, I want to touch the ice walls, but I don't know if I would stay there because it doesn't look that comfortable. But maybe, again, it's all in my head, and it's probably more comfortable than it looks. But definitely one of those places I would definitely want to go. I think it was called like Jai. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name, but definitely it would be very high up my list. The other that it was, I think it was Godland, I think. That one looks gorgeous, absolutely incredible. Like, they had like this cliffs, and it's an island. I would definitely want to go there. I'd never heard of that before. I think it looks like very, very pretty. Like, apparently there's beaches, and they say like, oh, they have like the best weather in Sweden. I don't know what constitutes like good weather in Sweden, because again, they have like pretty harsh winters. So I don't really know, okay, what's compared to like the baseline in Sweden. But I'm not thinking like, can you swim there? Like, the beach look quite interesting. It doesn't look like a beach, like a normal beach. I don't know. I think it had sand. To me, a beach needs to have sand. Although I know a lot of people, it's just like rocks are enough. But for me, a beach needs to have like sand. And you have to be able to like swim there, because the temperature is nice. So I don't know if in Sweden you can actually get to those temperatures. I would guess the water is constantly freezing, and even it's the summer and you're like in shorts. I don't know if like, can you actually swim there comfortably? Because the water, I would guess it's completely frozen. But the actual city, well, the island, I don't know, the place looked incredibly beautiful, and it was like a medieval town. So it's like, oh, I love medieval towns. I would definitely want to go visit. So I don't know, like, I would go to the beach, maybe not with the mindset of like, oh, I'm gonna go swimming, but just take a look around. And actually, like, the place looked incredible. But I'm a little sad that apparently, yes, I'm not the only one that's thinking, oh, because obviously I had like good weather, so during the summer everyone wants to fly there. So the place is completely packed, and you have to like book in advance. And obviously, I'm guessing it's not going to be cheap, because obviously a lot of people want to go there. And also, if you're like, well, I can go there not during the summer, then it's probably obviously not as nice. So it's like, well, you have to make a compromise. Out of the cities, I think I love like the one that had like a fortress. I think that one looked incredible. It's like it's a fortress. I would definitely go visit the fortress, because it looks incredible. Like, just the whole, I don't know if you can actually like enter and sort of like, I don't know, interact with the place, or it's just like, no, it's closed and you can like see it from the outside and just like take pictures. But I would love to know the history behind it all, because it looks, I don't know, it looked very beautiful. And obviously, like, the history, I think I find it very interesting. It's like, okay, who actually built this, and when was it built? And it's incredible that it's still standing after like so many years. So I would love to know the history behind it all, and I would actually go to visit the actual fortress. But as for the actual cities, I think, surprisingly, I think I want to know, like, well, there's like this place, I think it was, I can't remember the name, like where they had like the little palace. It was like the palace slash sort of like botanical gardens. That one looked beautiful. It looked like Versailles, sort of like model afterwards. I don't know, like, but it looks something similar. Definitely want to go visit that. But as for the cities, I think, I'm very surprised. Like, I think it was Malmo. That one looks, I don't know, that would be like the number one on my list if I have to go visit to like a city in Sweden. I think I would go to that one. I think it looked good. Like he mentioned, it was like it's a little bit of a combination between the old sort of like old another sort of like town with like the modern era. It looked very, I don't know, there was something about it that it looks, I don't know, it appealed to me. So I definitely want to go. Like that would be like my first choice. Would not be Stockholm. I think it would be Malmo because I don't know, it looked incredible. And I have to finish up by saying, like, there's like so much water, which I think maybe I shouldn't be that surprised about, because when I think of Sweden, it's like, yes, of course, they have like a huge coastline. But like, there's so much water. It's like, I think every single city and every single place that that they showed us had water. Even they had rivers, they had canals, they had the ocean. So it's like, wow, I love that Sweden, it's like a place that's surrounded by water, and there's like, you can actually live in a place that, again, it's just like you can feel like the ocean breeze, maybe not swim because there's no beaches, or maybe it's like they're very cold, but just the fact that they're like surrounded by water, I love those places. I think for me those are probably like the best kind of places, and good for Swedes. Apparently they're like surrounded by bodies of water, and that's incredible. That's a huge privilege. But that was it for today, and I'll see you soon. Bye!